Fast forward a few thousand years, and agriculture and trade had transformed into something much bigger. Ancient trade routes like the Silk Road were connecting entire continents. Spices, silk, and precious metals weren't just goods, they were treasures that shaped empires. People risked it all to carry these commodities across the deserts and mountains, creating some of the earliest examples of global commerce. Exactly. Trade wasn't just about what you had, it was about what you get. Cities like Babylon, Rome, and Constantinople. And it wasn't just land routes. Maritime trade was booming too. The Indian Ocean became a superhighway for goods like textiles, spices, and gold. Sailors mastered the monsoon winds, connecting Africa, the Middle East, and Asia in a web of economic activity. These sea routes laid the groundwork for global interconnectedness. But trade didn't just bring us wealth, it also spread ideas, technologies, and even religions. The exchange of knowledge, from mathematics in India to papermaking from China, shaped the entire societies. It's amazing to think that the global economy we lived in today started with these ancient routes. Speaking of Europe, by the Middle Ages, economic power started to shift. The feudal system tied lends to wealth, but towns and cities were on the rise, thanks to the trade and skilled labor. Guilds, hmm, think of them as medieval unions, controlled industries like textiles, metalwork, and carpentry. They ensured equality and helped shape the middle class. Then came the Renaissance and Age of Exploration, a real game changer. European nations began to explore new trade routes, sailing across the Atlantic and discovering the Americas. This wasn't just about trade anymore, it was about colonization and resource control. Goods like sugar, tobacco, and cotton reshaped economies and, unfortunately, human lives. It's indeed true. These new economic systems brought wealth to Europe but also deepened inequalities worldwide. The transatlantic slave trade and exploitation of indigenous peoples are harsh reminders of how economic growth often came at a terrible cost. Still, these centuries laid the groundwork for modern capitalism. Today, we live in the most interconnected economic in history. From multinational corporations to e commerce platforms, the exchange of goods and ideas spans the globe in seconds. But it's worth remembering, it all started with the simple trade of grain, tools, and pottery 1,000 years ago. From the Silk Road to medieval ages, the journey of economics continues. The question is, what's the next chapter in this incredible story?